All right, there we are. There we are, everybody. All right. What's good, everybody? Salute, salute, salute. Salute, Andios. What's good? The son of the legend, Kerry Cox, is in the building. Virtuoso, what's good? Salute. Yeah. Man, I'm excited, man. I'm excited, y'all. I'm glad this thing is finally over. I'm frustrated that my man Jumpman is gone. I don't get a chance to say Jumpman. I don't get a chance to say that no more. But it is what it is. JJ, what's good, man? Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, man. So Jumpman is gone. But you know, it's one of them things, man. What do you do? I'm trying to figure out what to do with this hat. What do you do? Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I see you. Yeah. I see you. Yeah. Hunter to the Cavs is gonna be. That's one of the moves. I didn't want them to make a move like that, and they did. I didn't want the Cavs to get Jimmy Butler or LeBron James or Kevin Durant, but they wound up getting DeAndre Hunter. They wound up getting DeAndre Hunter. So they finally get their guy. Zansky Gaming in the building. Juan, what's good? What's good? Man, I'm excited, man. I ain't gonna front. I'm glad Mitchell Robinson didn't get traded. I'm glad this is over. I'm glad. Yo, yeah, yo, you heard? Bro, that's crazy. That's crazy, bro. Irv Gotti. That's crazy. I bet you Irv Gotti was running his mouth all the way to heaven, bro. I bet you Irv Gotti was talking fast all the way to the pearly gate. Yeah, I heard, man. Fellas, we got to take our health serious, man. Fellas, we got to take our health serious, man. Stop playing. Yeah, man. Yo, that's man. Fellas, we got to take. I want to talk about what the next 30 or so games are going to be like. I want to talk about what the next 30 or so games are going to be like, man. But dang, Irv Gotti. Cats is checking out of here, man. JJ Pete Alonso is back in New York. A lineup with Lindor, Vientos, Juan Soto, and Pete Alonso. That's all I have to say about that. New York baseball is back, baby. Real baseball is back. We got Pete Alonso back. Bro, yeah, man. Real pinstripes stand up. Them blue pinstripes stand up. What we talking about? What we talking about? So I want to get your opinion, though, before I get into like basketball stuff. Before we get into basketball stuff, man, I want to ask y'all opinion. From a basketball-only perspective, what do you think about the move of Jericho Sims for DeLon Wright? Basketball only, no emotions. Basketball only, no emotions. How does the DeLon Wright trade help us? Are we losing a key cog in Jericho Sims? How do y'all feel about that? What's going on with the Knicks trading Jumpman for DeLon Wright? Tell me what y'all think from a basketball perspective. I want to get y'all opinion on it. I'm not a reporter. I ain't gonna front. I ain't gonna sit up here like I'm breaking news and I have inside connects. But what I do know is basketball. Right? I'm not gonna sit here and like sift through a database to find random analytics and stats and numbers. I'll let ESPN do that. I want to get y'all opinion on the basketball stuff. Tell me what y'all think. Wayne, yo, Pete is in the building. Salute. I'm gonna tell y'all something, man, and some of y'all gonna be mad, and some of y'all are gonna be like, "Yo, Uncle Freezy, I never thought about it like that." Most people will be mad. I think DeLon Wright is here to take somebody's job. I think DeLon Wright legitimately is here to take somebody's job. Real King is in the building. DeLon Wright here to take somebody's job. That's my opinion. Right? DeLon Wright is a combo guard-ish, very veteran. I think DeLon Wright is here to take somebody's job, man. I ain't even gonna front. Off rip, just by him showing up, he got the second best handles on the team. As soon as he walk in the gym, he got the second best handles on our team. Just by him just breathing air, he got the second best handles on our team. Right? And just by existing on, just by walking in the gym, he gives the Knicks the big guard option. Ribs is in the building. Salute. I think somebody's job is up for grabs. I don't know who. Well, I know who. I know who it is. I don't want to let the cat out of the bag, so to speak. Somebody's job is going to be taken just by this guy showing up on a roster. I'm excited about DeLon Wright. I'm not excited because of Jumpman. Y'all know Jumpman has always been my. I'm looking for a respectful term for Jericho Sims. I'm looking for a respectful term for Jericho Sims. Just Knicks is in the building. Nah, bro. Hey, Kerry Cotton. Jacob Top, man, look. That boy trash. That boy trash, bro. I saw that man play at Kentucky. He was like, that dude's a face in the crowd, bro. He a dude you see at the mall. You know how you be at Foot Locker or something? You in there buying some shoes or whatever, and you see a dude, you be like, damn, he tall. I wonder if he hoop. Yeah, he hoop. But he ain't no good. And I'm sorry about being a hater for Jacob Toppin, bro. Man, I've been wanting Jacob Toppin to be good, bro, but nah, he ain't him. He ain't. If I were y'all, man, I wouldn't even think about Jacob Toppin like that. Because for one, Jacob Toppin is not a young dude, right? He's not this is his second year. This is his second year with the Knicks, right? It's his second year with the Knicks, but it's not like he has something that jumps off the paper like he's athletic and energetic. So what? But I tell you who will surprise us though, DeLon Wright, a veteran. If I am a guard on that second unit, if I'm a rotation player on that second unit, I'm going out there and playing my best every day. If I'm Cameron Payne, Deuce McBride, Landry Shamet, Ariel Porney, Precious Achua once OG gets back, I gotta play my best every game. Kerry Cox. Boy, you better, man, if you don't put them drinks down. Put them drinks down, man. Stop it. Yo, Sherwin, get out of Kerry Cox's account. Sherwin, stop hacking people's accounts, Sherwin. Oh my gosh. Yeah, man. So we can't cut Landry Shamet because we'll have to eat the money, right? So if you cut him, I mean, what's the point in cutting him? Right? What's the point in cutting Landry Shamet? Fritz Alcindor is in the building. Salute. I don't see a purpose for cutting Landry Shamet. I think you got to keep him, don't play him, and hope that injury was slowing him down, and hope he can round back into shape. Round back into shape. Put one thing I have from my guy. The DeLon Wright move, in theory, I think it's the perfect move for the Knicks. Right? It's the perfect move for the Knicks. Now, there is no world where you want to play 3-point guards at one time, right? You don't want to do that. The Knicks don't want to exist in a world where 3-point guards are in a rotation off your bench, right? We don't want to do that, right? Now, who is going to be hurt by this is Tyler Kolek. If you bring in a DeLon Wright, he's a combo guard that can play either spot. He can score a little bit when allowed to. If Jalen Brunson gets hurt, DeLon Wright is the starter. If it's an extended thing, I don't think it's Deuce, and I don't think it's Cameron. It'll be between Cameron Payne and DeLon Wright. I don't think it'll be between Deuce and anybody else. Ivory 10 is in the building. Fritz Alcindor is in the building.
Hey, what's up?
The chat. Salute everybody. Freezy, I think you are really hitting the nail on the head with this dude. And let me just tell you, I've been listening to everybody talk about this dude, and I think they're missing the forest for the trees, you know. And that what you're saying about him potentially, DeLon Wright potentially being this guy who can play aside Brunson, potentially come off the bench, play with Brunson, guard the tough guard on the other side. whether it's a point guard or a shooting guard. He can guard either one, and even guard some small forwards as well.
Yeah.
But he's a tough dude. He
You
can
don't
run.
want him to, but you don't want him to, but he can do it.
He can do it, but
he can do it in extended minutes.
The most important thing is he can run the offense He can run the offense. He can absolutely run the offense, and his assist to turnover ratio for his career is more than 3-1. And people keep saying he can't shoot, he can't shoot. Listen, you're looking at 26 games. Look at his career. His career 3-point shooting averages are very average. He's not a horrible shooter. So I don't know what people are talking about. It's driving me crazy. Every time I hear people talk about this dude, he's a terrible shooter. He can't hit the side of a barn, blah, blah, blah. Stop looking at 26 games and look at this man's career. And you can tell this guy, listen, I'm not saying he's a sniper, but it's not like he's Mitch from behind the 3-point line or Precious Achiuwa behind the line or something like that.
Right. Okay.
But I like the fact that this dude is big and he can run the offense. So that means you can play him with Brunson. For the first time, we were just talking about a dude like this the other night, whether it was Lonzo Ball or even his brother or or a couple of other guys we were talking about, the guy in the Bulls. I forgot it. He just got traded also, I think. The point guard on the Bulls.
I forgot.
Not Levine. The other God, I can forget his name. But anyway, so I think this is interesting. I think this guy, people talk about him like he's not going to get any burn, like this. I think he immediately allows you to take the ball out of Cam's hands, because after that 45-foot jump shot, when we needed to really value the possession, I think I had seen enough, and I think Tibbs had seen enough. That was the worst shot I had ever seen, and ever since then, his minutes have been gone down significantly. I just don't understand. He's not someone you can trust in big moments with the ball to run the team, and I think this guy is more trustworthy than him, and I think he's a better offensive player than Shamet, but also gives you just as good a defense as Shamet. So this guy, I think, eliminates the need for Cam and Shamet. They both can go now. They both can go.
Oh, Fritz, what do you think?
No, he's just a steady veteran. Like, he's just, and when you look at his numbers, like, his numbers are not that far off from where Campaign is, like, career-wise. Like, it kind of shoots sort of similar. But Campaign, he'll shoot you into a game and he'll shoot you out. But he's not one who's going to shoot you out. Like, Campaign, like, sometimes he does great, and then other days you're like, what is he doing?
Right. When the floor is weird, like, Cameron Payne can shoot you out of a game when Landry Shamet is on the floor. I noticed that. I pointed that out about 10 games into that. Not even 10 games, maybe 5 games into it. I was like, yo, these two dudes can't play together, bro. And the Knicks know it. Right?
They both take horrible shots. They're both susceptible to taking bad shots.
But the thing about Shamet is he doesn't even make up for it with amazing shots. Right, you know how Cameron Payne will make up for it with an amazing play.
He'll make one every now and then, is what it is.
Yeah, he'll
make a bad shot.
He'll draw a foul at the 3-point line and knock down 3 free throws. Mm-hmm. Right, he'll be on the floor when the Knicks go on a run. Right, he'll be on the floor with Brunson and such, and you're like, okay, I see you. Yeah, Fritz, I think. I'm not saying he's a savior, but he's also not the creature that devoured Las Vegas either.
Yeah. Right. I don't think he's the bum that a lot of people. I hear people talking about, like he's inconsequential. I think he allows you to put the ball in someone's hands that are much more trustworthy than Cam is, who I think he is. I mean, just by the numbers, he looks like he is. He definitely looks like he doesn't make a lot of mistakes, and he goes to the rim. So, I mean, I like what I see. I like the idea of getting Cam and Shamet out of that lineup. And I think once it's all said and done, if we are healthy, we can do that. We'll have 9. We'll have Deuce, Precious, this guy, Delon, and, of course, Mitch off the bench. Those 4 with the starters is the 9 that Tibbs will run with. And we can forget all about the Cam Sham experiment.
Yeah, I'm not sold that Wright's going to be a keeper. I'm not sold that he's just. I think he gives him the option. Trade deadline is passed, bro. Huh?
The trade
I
deadline.
know. I know, but I think they're gonna look at the buyout market, and like I think if they see something they really really want, they'll get it. If not, they'll just stick with them.
Wait, Fritz. Fritz, back
Mhm.
away from that iced tea, bro.
Mhm.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Are you seriously telling us?
I'm very very serious about this.
No, you're not, bro. You can't be.
I am very serious about
No, you're
this.
not, bro. You cannot be, bro.
Who do you think on the buyout market that'll be around that's going to cost less than that 12.8 figure that you think could potentially come available? That
I
then
know.
you
Hey, well,
at that point.
let me do this with Fritz, though. I just want to
Okay.
finish this up with Fritz because I feel you. I'm with you. Ivory 10. I'm with you. I just want to ask Fritz, though. Are you telling me that the Knicks would waive DeLon Wright before they waive Landry Shamet?
They don't have a choice with Landry Shamet.
What do you mean?
Like, I don't. I think they. Okay, let me explain it. I would on this move. What really perked my interest is that cash came with it, and then when the cash came with it, Milwaukee was under the impression that the Knicks were going to waive him. So maybe the Knicks are working on something else, but the fact that they sent cash with him, they assumed the Knicks were going to waive him. And the Knicks said, "Hold up, we're not going to waive him so quick."
What does that mean, though? You said it, but we don't understand.
But actually, we can't. Okay, the Knicks where they're at. Remember how they burned their days of empty roster spots early?
Yeah.
If they waived him, they would need to fill that spot in 24 hours.
But that's not what we're.
Okay.
I'm talking about the Bucks even caring about him being waived. What do the Bucks care?
No, the Bucks don't care, but the fact that the Knicks asked for the money, asked for the cash part, that was odd. Like,
yeah, but that was like $500,000, right? That was very little.
It was $2 million.
Oh, it was $2
million. It was the amount for his salary.
So what does that mean to the Knicks? Are you saying that
No, the cash, like Knicks usually don't, unless you don't really ask for cash unless you're going to waive them. So I think what that happens, like Milwaukee assumed that they were going to waive him, and the Knicks probably had maybe.
What does Milwaukee care?
I know, but the Knicks asked for it.
Right. That's what that's due diligence, right? When you ask for more stuff in a trade?
No, it's not.
Fritz, you telling me you wouldn't ask for more stuff? Wait a minute. You telling me you wouldn't ask for more stuff in a trade?
They don't ask for it unless it's.
They ask for cash instead of what? What instead of what? Like
no, it's not instead of. No, it's not instead of anything. It's like usually when they give cash in a trade, it's to cover the money of the player that they just sent you, because you're going to waive them. Like if I'm gonna say, hey, I don't want this guy on my books. Can you take him? You give me a second round pick. I'll give you the money to pay for his salary because it's gonna go on your cap.
Right.
So I'll give you the cash. That's basically what they did.
So you're saying we did the deal just as a favor, basically, and as a favor to move Sims and allow him to potentially.
Yeah, it was a favor for Sims.
Yeah, I think this is the calculator guys.
I don't know, man. I think
you sound desperate right here to me, bro. I
think it makes too much sense that we said about
James Dolan don't have the money to cover it, bro. Dolan don't have the money to cover it, so the Bucks had to give him.
I know, but they had several deals on the table. I think it's the one that made sense, and they got back something that they can use. I think if they can use them, they'll use them. If they find something better, they'll arrange something.
Do you think they'll use him instead of Shamet?
Yes, absolutely. Are you asking a basketball question?
I'm just asking. Yeah, I'm curious what you guys think. I think they will.
Absolutely, bro.
I think they'll use him.
Absolutely.
I don't think he's going to replace a whole player, but I think several parts of the game he'll be in there.
Yeah, Tibbs already done bench Landry Shamet, bro.
Mm.
Shamet is already done. You can stick a fork in him.
I told y'all. I thought he had till the trade deadline, or at least till the All-Star break.
Bro, when you saw Ariel Huckporty out there guarding Scotty Barnes, that lets you know right then Landry Shamet's days were done. Because and the reason why it sounds crazy, right? Think about what I'm saying. It sounds crazy when I say it that way, right? But just this Saturday night, a dude Scotty Barnes' size, LeBron James at 40 years old, was guarded by Landry Shamet.
Yeah.
And he looked terrible.
Terrible.
And then Scotty Barnes, a dude that's a notorious, inconsistent scoring type, is guarded by Ariel Huckporty instead of Landry Shamet. You're like, Landry Shamet is cooked.
So let me ask you. So you mind if I ask this, Freezy? Because I thought, because we sat here talking about, hey, you know what would be ideal for the Knicks if they had this big point guard, someone that could take some pressure off of Brunson. We sat here talking about how that would be an ideal solution to put on our bench. And boom, they went and found potentially a dude that looks exactly like that. And Fritz, you want us to believe that it was for absolute not, it was for nothing?
No, I think it was the one deal that made sense.
Right.
It was the deal that made sense. I think they said they had like at least 3 deals on the table, and it's the one that they got something they could use. I think the same as you. Like I even said I would like another point guard on the team earlier, but I don't think it was. I don't think they went searching for this.
This is also the kind of guy that can even allow a guy like Kolek to play at some point. I mean, this is like a big point guard allows a lot of like flexibility for the guards. So this is I've been dying for this for a long time because we've had these tweener guards forever that were not point guards, but they were little scoring guards we've had on this team forever, and we never got the big point guard that would allow them to do their thing. Mm-hmm. Finally, I'm hoping that this guy. I mean, obviously, I don't think he's a long-term piece, but, you know, it just would be nice to see that on the team for once.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not saying that he's the long-term anything, right? I don't think he is, right? But if we can catch this thing called lightning in a bottle for about 50 games, right? And listen, I already know people are like, man, your math is wrong. No, I'm gonna include in the playoffs, right? If we can catch lightning in a bottle for about 50, 55 games, right? Where you have a flexible alternative to what you normally put out on the floor, I think Tibbs is going to play that card, right? If this was a second-year player if this was Cam Whitmore, I'd be mad as hell because I know Tibbs ain't going to play him. Right? If it was Cam Whitmore, as soon as Cam Whitmore miss a 3 and don't get back on D, Tibbs ain't playing him no more till 2027. But this is the line right though, dog. This is a veteran. This is a dude that has seen Tom Thibodeau the whole time. This is a dude that all these guys know each other, bro. When you're in the league 11 years, you know everybody, bro.
Right. Played for every damn team.
Yeah. You done been to every city at least 5 times. Mm-hmm. If you've been in the league 11 years.
And got time everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not saying that DeLon Wright is going to be the answer to Oklahoma City's amoeba defense. I'm not saying that. But, bro, if you give Tom Thibodeau and his coaching staff enough time to say if we make the finals and the finals start next Wednesday, today Thursday, that means you give Tibbs 6 days to figure it out, and a flexible roster, he'll figure something out. Now Landry Shamet is what he is, bro. He is what he is, bro.
And that's what I think. DeLon is just an upgrade over a Shamet and a campaign. He's an upgrade over both of them. And that's what I like about him. That's all I see him as, an upgrade over those two.
Yeah, because he ain't gonna save the world, bro. He ain't gonna come here
I mean, he ain't Mitch now. He ain't Mitch. Or
He ain't Mr. Robinson now. We gotta relax.
I'm just
Like
messing
he Mr. Robinson now. We gotta relax. But what he is though is he offers you a guard in those moments where Deuce is dribbling and picking up his dribble. You're like, oh, wait, Deuce. Give me that.
You need someone else who can
Give me
handle
that
the
biscuit,
pressure.
bro. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Give me
the
that
pressure.
biscuit, bro. I'll do something with
Handle
it.
the rock. Get the team into an offense. He's not in a rush. Listen, I'd be interested to see if Tibbs is going to play him. I hope Tibbs plays him. He's got to see this guy as being a better option than Cam and Shaman. He's got to see that.
Right.
Yeah, I think he's like a 5 minute a game. Yeah.
You think he's
like what in my mind, like he's kind of like a cheaper version of Marcus Smart. Like Marcus Smart is not a good shooter, but he's like a professional, like just a dude who don't mess up too much.
Right.
He does his job, don't mess up too much.
That's like a Tibbs dream, though.
You know what? You know what I see him? I see him as a Sean Livingston.
Livingston was big though.
DeLon Wright, 6'5", bro.
So was IQ.
IQ is not 6'5". IQ is like 6'3".
Yeah, I saw IQ, bro. I could legitimately, I can look down in the top of Emmanuel Quickly head, bro,
and pick him up with one hand.
Oh, see now we just bragging. See now I pretend just bragging. You see how people just take stuff too far, bro.
Show him the biceps, Freezy. Show him the biceps. You know you've been doing push-ups.
Right. Now, in terms of what Fritz said about the buyout market, I could see. I could probably see if there is a buyout candidate.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing about it, though, is these buyout candidates, they're free agents again, right? It's not like waivers where you could just go get a guy. You remember last year when Kyle Lowry was a buyout guy, and we were like, "Yo, Kyle Lowry would be perfect for," and he went straight to Philly.
We know he was going to Philly. Yeah,
he went straight to Philly, bro. He didn't consider us. He knew it wasn't even. And we were thinking, "Yo, he went to Nova." You remember that? Oh, he went to Villanova too. Oh man, we can get all the Nova guys.
So yeah. I know Fritz has at least a top 3 names that I'm curious about that I want to get to at some point. I don't want to, speed up the show. We can take our time.
I don't even have a name. I don't even have names right now.
What? Let me ask you. So, how does it work in a buyout? Do you then have to trade with that team, or
no? They're just free agents. So, like, use like, do you want to play for us? And
you just offer them a prorated. What's it? Prorated.
Does it count against our cap? That 12
million?
Yeah,
most players are going to come over for a minimum.
Yeah.
Because most of them they already got paid.
Yeah.
Okay, so but for some reason there's a cap to what they make as a salary to what kind of guy we can get. Apparently, if they make more than 12.8, we cannot put him in a buyout situation.
Yeah. Right. So it's just part of the new CBA, because you know how those old, remember like the Lakers in 2000, they would get everybody to just jump on the team.
Right.
You know what I mean? So they're trying to cut that down of these, like, everybody just jumping on a team who has no money. So so they put that rule in there.
Yeah, man. And then plus 2, there's the part of the CBA where it counts against the cap, but the team don't have. I think the team pays like 25% of vet minimum. I think that the CBA has a bucket of money that's dedicated towards vet minimums, so you can keep veteran players around.
Okay, yeah. So what happens? Like, I had some guy on Twitter like arguing with me the other day that some player was getting paid like $3.5 million, and he said that's not minimum. And I said, yeah, it is minimum. Basically, the NBA was having a problem that teams were just stuffing the roster with 18-year-olds,
right,
all the time. So, like, at the end of the bench, they always put some young player. So they said, okay,
the Clippers did that.
Yeah, so they were like, okay, so if you're in the NBA more than 10 years, a minimum will be $2 million on paper. But based on how many years you have, we'll pay you more out of the league's pocket.
Right.
So
right.
on the paper, it'll say $2 million, but some of them get paid 3.5. Some of them get paid 4.
And that's how you keep That's how you keep veterans.
That's
around.
how you keep them on the bench.
Yeah.
So there's no major buyout candidates that comes to mind. What's happening, Corey Lee? How you doing, brother?
Yeah, you don't know yet.
I mean, Torrey Craig just went, and that's probably the one everybody had on the tip of the tongue.
And he's hurt though, right? The leg injury. I think we talked about that.
Yeah, but I don't think he's gonna be out long.
Okay,
but he is on an injury.
Did somebody sign him already?
Yeah, Celtics.
Oh, God. See, the calculator guys just make me. Oh my God, bro. The calculator guys just make me just turn my stomach, bro. How you let Torrey Craig go to the Celtics, Fritz? Fritz, how you let Torrey Craig go to the Celtics, bro?
Okay, so I do have a little list. Reggie Jackson.
Ooh.
Daniel Tice.
As a buyout candidate?
Yeah.
Where's he at right now? He's in.
No, he just got released.
Oh,
he got traded. Released. He got traded to OKC a couple days ago. So they just took the picks and then they cut him.
Yeah, they can afford to though.
Let me see.
I like not only DeLon, but I like that guy that they got the draft rights to in Europe. I mean, that's another 6'6" point guard, like sharpshooter over there in Europe. I mean, the dude looks cold. He looks stone cold. 24 years old. I mean, I like this little deal. I mean, I know these guys might turn out to be nothing, but I like it for a guy that we're not using in Sims.
Yeah, so probably this summer if you can get him in for Summer League.
Who are you talking about getting for Summer League?
We just got this trade. We got not the line. The international guy that we got rights to.
My Rockets drug providers.
No. That we discussed
yesterday in the Sims trade.
My bad.
Rokas is my dog, though. That's my boy.
Yeah, I like him too. I like him, man.
Yeah. Other names that you might. Yeah. Duarte is still out there.
He's like 6'3", 6'4". I'm not a fan, man. I'm not.
I think it's going to be on the buyout market. Quentin Grimes.
Oh no.
I think Grimes will be on the buyout market, bro.
No, he'll be in the Sixers.
No, he ain't gonna be on those.
He's having a good year.
Yeah, they don't.
He's having a good year.
He's gonna be on it. Yeah, he's gonna be on the buyout market, bro. And ain't nobody gonna buy him. Y'all be saving it. Yo, who is Quentin Grimes to y'all, bro? Is Quentin Grimes like y'all?
Hey, Freezy.
Hey, what's up, Matt? Is Quentin Grimes like y'all? What's the word I'm looking for?
No, 76ers made that trade to keep him.
No, they didn't, Fred. Don't do that.
I never want him back.
I'm
just disappointed on what we did end up getting. Trading another big for a small guy.
Right. Yeah, we should just talk about Grimes though, just real quick.
Hugo Besson. That's his name. That's
Fred, you legit think Quentin Grimes is gonna stay with the Sixers?
Yeah.
We get nothing out of it.
Actually, it's a good situation. I don't know about the summer, but he's gonna be there the rest of the year.
Bro, he's been in good situations everywhere he's been.
Yeah.
Everywhere he's been in a good situation.
But at the same time, 76ers could use him this summer to get something else.
Bro, we could all.
Can I ask a question?
Can I ask a question?
why did we trade away a 26-year-old center for a 32-year-old guard who's mostly a glass can combo guard?
we already talked about that for 35 minutes.
I wasn't here for that 35.
Yes, so what? You want us to talk about it again for 35 minutes?
At least a film.
Yeah, man. I feel your frustration, man.
I'm just saying we could have done more with this draft.
At the trade deadline.
I mean, yeah, deadline.
Right. Now, so what would you have looked to get for Jericho Sims?
Maybe a first-round draft. Maybe a second-round pick. I don't know.
I'm not sure. I didn't want them to trade Jumpman at all, to be honest.
Listen,
They put him in a situation for him to succeed.
Yeah, let that man go. Let him go live his life. Try and make a living for himself. I mean, we're about to get Mitch back. I mean, he's about to move back even further on the bench. Precious is just getting better. He's not taking minutes from Precious. Only the exact opposite is happening. I mean, Precious is even taking his center minutes. So let the guy go make a living. It's a good trade. And listen, I like Hugo Besson. I like this guy, this international prospect that we have draft rights to. I think he's a baller. I think we did good for a guy that we don't even use and we don't plan on using. So I mean.
So who did we exchange? What international player did we exchange for Hugo Besson?
Matthias something or another for Hugo Besson. We exchanged rights. We had rights to Matthias, and we got the rights to Besson, but we gave up rights to Matthias.
Okay.
But this guy Besson looks, he looks like he can play a little bit.
Okay.
Don't leave him open. I'll tell you that.
What does that mean in layman's terms? That we get the rights to the player?
He's just a foreign player that just never came over.
Okay. Yeah, like if he ever plays in the NBA, he has to play for the Knicks first. He has to go to the Knicks.
Basically a draft and stash.
Yeah.
Oh.
Just like the other guy was first that you just mentioned a little bit ago.
Rokas Joker Biters.
Yeah, it's like him.
Lee, what's good, bro?
I mean,
my apologies, gentlemen. How y'all doing? I didn't mean to just jump in and not speak, but y'all were in the middle of your conversation, so I want y'all to speak. But good, man. Thank you for asking.
Salute, man. I still say have all the teams the Lakers made out the most like bandits.
Right.
I mean, they shipped Davis out for Jackson Hayes, Luka Doncic, and a draft pick and a future first rounder.
Okay.
I don't know why the Mavericks thought that was a smart move, but it's just a matter of time before Kyrie decides to hop ship.
Hey, Freezy, let me ask you a question. Did y'all discuss the Cleveland trade already?
No.
Cleveland trade?
Yeah. No, we didn't discuss Cleveland, bro. You're like trying to talk Knicks just for a little bit, man. Like basketball on the floor stuff. Like the purpose of like, why would you trade Jumpman for DeLon Wright? What does that mean for the roster? Right.
Mm-hmm.
I think to be honest, I think he's the only 6'5" guard on the roster. As of right now. I think it's like everybody's 6'3", and then you have 6'6" wings plus wing. And I don't count Josh Hart as a guard, by the way. I count Josh Hart as an undersized wing player. We need to start considering Deuce an undersized wing player also. So, and the buyout market that we alluded to, I don't know. Oh, we actually discussed it. We didn't allude to it. We discussed it. I don't know what the Knicks are going to do in a buyout market. I don't know if their intent is even to mess with the roster. It seemed like to me that one move they had to do was or they felt like they had to do, was find Jericho Sims a home. But there's the rest of the roster.
No, they had to have been thinking about their team. I mean, if they think that they're knocking on the door, I mean, this is the trade deadline right before we're about to really, really give it our best shot and really have a chance. They had to be trying to work some deals. And this deal that they worked, they can say it was about, they can say it was about Sims, but that's just cover. This is a guy they think that can help. And if he winds up not helping, they could say, "Oh no, this was just for Sims." But these guys aren't making moves. I think.
I think it was the best of the 3 or 4 deals they had on the table. They had like 4 homes they had like 4 places they could have sent him that he would have played, and I think this is the best deal out of the ones they had.
Mm-hmm. And to be honest with you, I don't think we were going to get back what we really wanted, even though we were putting him out there, because I think they actually was trying to covet the two second round picks, but they, whoever they were trying to deal with, they just got the best out of the whole deal. And congratulations to Jericho Sims, and I hope he has a great career from this point on.
Yeah, I when you draft somebody 58 and you get 3.5 years out of them, bro, you don't really deserve anything. When you draft somebody 58, 57, like we already got what we needed out of him. You can't hold a franchise hostage like, hey man, if we don't get 2 first-round picks, man, we're not trading. Nah.
Yeah.
You basically you got all your use out of them.
Milwaukee Bucks, like all the picks they have available, they have 1 second-round pick available.
And so they were not going to trade that pick.
No, they have one. They have 1 first round available, and then they got 1 second rounder available. They weren't going to trade.
Yeah, they're not going to give up draft picks.
We just had to get what we could get.
And if this is the best deal, then the other teams were not offering draft picks either. Right? Yeah. Is that safe to say, Fritz?
Yeah, it probably was for a player, but this is a good situation for him. Like, this is a good situation for him to be in.
Yeah. In terms of the Knicks, though, what did the Knicks get? I'm interested in that. I'm interested to think why Knicks fans don't think DeLon Wright is a quality NBA player.
Because they want something flashy. They want someone. Oh, we want so. Oh, is he potentially an all-star? No. Or they want something back. You know what you said? I want something better back than I gave up.
That's not always going to be. Sometimes,
but that's how people look at it. Did I win?
We don't even know what we gave up.
I know, but I think that's how people look at it. They'll look at the stat sheet and say, "Oh, I gave up 3 points and I got back 2 points."
Well, that's the funny thing is they're looking at 26 games. I can't tell you how many podcasts, how many sports, quote unquote sports intelligent people sat here talking about how this guy can't shoot. He can't shoot. He can't hit the side of a barn. Oh my God, he does this. He doesn't. They literally looked at 26 games. They didn't bother to look at any other stop that he had in his entire career. They looked at one number. What is he doing right now? And that's it. That's where they stopped. And it's the most short-sighted analysis I've ever seen.
That's your blind spot right there, Ivory 10. When you assume that everybody with a mouth knows what they're talking about.
Bam.
Right. They don't. Yeah. I mean, it was. I was like, oh, that's the one that I don't know why he can't shoot at all. This guy is not gonna shoot. That's like, what are you talking about? I'm not saying the guy's a sharpshooter, but I mean, he's shooting 35% for his career, for a long career. That's not exactly a bum. It's not high volume.
Kerry Cox says, well, how come he has played for so many teams? What's your opinion on that?
My guess, they found he would end up getting hurt every time he goes somewhere. They wouldn't find any use for him, so they just ship him out the deadline.
He's
I
a
think at one
professional
point-
basketball player.
I think at
Yeah.
one point he was kind of highly touted, right? He was a number 20 pick out of the draft, and he was kind of highly touted. So a lot of people had higher expectations for him. And then he just kind of worked into like being a bench player. And, you know, people value decent bench players. So he gets moved around a lot in trades, this and that. Just like we want him potentially right now is why some other teams may have wanted him in the past. So, you know, I mean, we could say that's a bad thing, but you can look at it and say, hey, a lot of people want you when you get moved around like that too. That's one way to look at it.
Yeah.
And he is making $3 million. He's not like a league minimum guy that's being passed around for peanuts. He's making $3 million.
Right.
Yeah. I think he's a pro. There's a lot of players in the NBA that management likes at the end of the bench because they're good with the other players and keep all the players in line. He's like a professional. He's like one of those pros, like a steady locker room presence.
Right.
And you don't see it on the floor. And he's like, yo, why he keep getting a job? He keeps a job because he's a professional.
Yeah.
Sounds like a Nick to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember when he used to come off the bench for with DeMar DeRozan and them. Remember that? Anybody remember that? DeMar DeRozan Raptors.
I've always looked at him because he had the name of someone. Like there used to be someone in Connecticut with the name DeLon Wright. So that's why I've always kind of followed him.
You're close. It's his older brother, Darrell Wright.
Yeah, Darrell. Yeah.
I remember when he was with Atlanta.
Yeah.
Darrell or Don or Dellin?
Dellin. And he was playing with Atlanta. And he was playing with what's his name that wound up coming to the Knicks in that
Trae Young?
the trade with God, my memory is so bad.
Austin.
The Atlanta trade where we got the other wing that we decided not to play.
Oh, Red.
Cam. Yeah. He was
Yeah.
playing with Cam on Atlanta back in the day. But he was nice. I mean, he had a couple of nice games against the Knicks.
Okay, his brother was from Connecticut. Yeah. That's where I knew him from.
Dang, Chris, you know everybody.
No, because I think I met him once. So I think, okay, yeah. That's why I know him.
Yeah. So based on what you saw the Knicks do at the trade deadline, what do y'all think the Knicks are going to be doing for the rest of the season? What's Tom Thibodeau's MO going forward with the roster?
I don't know.
He's doing the same thing he was doing. Tommy, he hasn't changed. He's not changing too much. You know that.
Yeah, it's figuring out the ability of Mitch. Like how much can he do?
Ooh, Fritz.
Fritz, I'm gonna say this, and I'm not gonna talk about it no more. The man already knows what his ability is. It's just about fitting him into what he's trying to do now, and that's all I'm saying about that.
You saw he slimmed down, but is he gonna sit Mitch?
Bro, I just saw a picture of Mitch today.
He's definitely smaller than he was before.
He must have been 430 pounds then, bro. I just saw his picture on Instagram today, bro, standing in front of a truck in the snow.
Them cheeks do look a little puffy.
Yeah, so is Mitch? It's finding out is Mitch a 20-minute a game player, or is he a 12-minute a game player? I think he's figuring out.
Well, I think it's
what do we feel comfortable
probably
being
right
out
around
there?
12 to 15 minutes. Once he's really healthy, 12 to 15 minutes probably. And if we're winning, that's enough. That's fine. I mean, and let me just tell you, if we're winning big and we're doing great in the minutes that he's playing, I don't see an issue. I mean,
man, Tip play that man 30 minutes.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this.
Until his legs fall off.
I'm gonna say this. Let him get back in the game shape, and then we see what happens. And that's all I'm gonna say.
That's what I'm saying. It's like seeing where his ability is at, where he's at.
So we shouldn't try to predict.
Can you play him? Does he look like he can play with Cat at the same time at spots in the game, or is it like, oh, only when Cat's off the floor?
Absolutely not. Him and Cat not playing together.
We'll see. That's all I'm gonna say.
No, but I'm
We
just
shall see.
saying is like if
We'll
he comes out here and he looks
Hey,
like
hold on, y'all. Let Lee say his thing. Go ahead, Lee.
No, I was trying to say we shall see. You know, I'm not putting no expectations out there. I just pray that you know what I'm saying, he can help us contribute to win and show up when we need him the most. That's all I expect out of him. I want to see after he gets his wind up and he can do what he does. Because I mean, to some degree, if you've been a Knicks fan for a minute, you should understand to some degree what kind of expectations you should see. But now that the landscape has changed to some degree, we shall see even more. And I pray it works out for everybody as well as ourselves.
Do you think there's anything to Cat's statement about when it's him saying, "Hey, when I came here, I thought I was going to be playing the 4"? Do you think there's anything to that at all?
No, ain't no. That ain't nothing.
That was a political answer.
That's like Josh Hart saying, "Yo, we got to put our egos to the side." That's like, it's just, bro. It's an 82 game schedule, bro. Dudes just say stuff to get microphones out their face. That's what I think. I don't think every time there's a microphone in somebody's face, somebody breaks down and is ultra sincere with their words and just speak from their heart.
Is that right?
Yeah, I don't think they do that 100 or so times a year.
Yeah, I know his experience with Minnesota has people saying that Mitchell never played with him, but I think they'll try it. I think they'll, try it for a couple times, see if it works. If it doesn't work, put it back in the closet. If it works, yeah, it's a few minutes a game you could use that.
I think we'll see flashes of it. I think we'll see flashes.
Right, yeah,
I still think that's a hell of a statement. That's a hell of a statement to me.
Yeah. And I think you'll see. I think Tibbs will try any lineup, bro. I mean, I saw a lineup with, I think it was Shamet, Josh Hart, Cameron Payne, Precious, and Deuce, with Josh Hart the second biggest, tallest player on the floor. It's like, yo, Tibbs, what are you doing? But he tried it. To his credit, he tried it. Didn't work. You never saw it again, or you see it rarely. Mm-hmm. Right. I ain't even gonna front, bro. This whole idea of Cat and Mitchell Robinson just makes me think that people don't understand how basketball works. Right? People think you could just throw out guys and it's going to be fantastic. That's not how basketball works, bro. You have to have certain skill players on the floor, certain energy players on the floor. You got to have certain defensive players, and you got to find a mix of those guys. And whatever unit you put out there, you have to have that mix of guys, right? Like, it's like saying, man, we could put Mitch, Cat, Precious, Josh, and Jalen Brunson on the floor. Nah, just because Josh Hart's 6'4" and Precious is 6'8", that don't mean they're gonna do traditional wing stuff. They can't. That's not who they are, right? The Cat and Mitch thing is, I think we got to put things in perspective, right? Mitchell Robinson come back and he's gonna play more than 12 minutes. I know people will say 12. Nah, he's gonna play more than 12 minutes because Mitchell Robinson is basically getting $14 million a year to be a starter / primary bench player, right? He's not coming back to be, hey, Precious, you tired? I'll go in and play. Nah, he ain't. No. Mitch was a key piece when he left, and he'll be a key piece when he come back. In my opinion, that's what it is. In my opinion, Tibbs is going to play him maybe 12 minutes the first game, and after that, he getting 20 minutes. He gonna do him like he did. Fritz, you remember how he did Taj Gibson? Remember how we signed Taj? Remember we signed Taj off the scrap heap?
The Taj was puffing.
Taj was out there. Taj got hit by the sniper. Remember Taj died on the floor and they brought him back to life?
He was like bent over, like
Yeah,
dude.
he's like, Tibbs, what are you
Really?
doing? I've been tapping my head for 10 minutes, and Tibbs had his back turned, like he couldn't see him.
And all we did was what? Bring him back for a cup of coffee as a damage control piece last year.
He ain't Taj's available again.
Yeah.
Yeah, not bring him back if he's this exhausted.
Yeah, I think yeah, Mitch is gonna play, y'all. Like Mitch is gonna play. They wouldn't have kept that much salary in a guy that they felt like was gonna give them 40 minutes. That's not reasonable. Even if they didn't get what they desired, man, they have in my opinion, they have big plans for Mitch, and I'm excited to see it. Right? He probably come back and play 8 minutes. Man, we're gonna be clapping. We're gonna be the Blackness Monster is back, everybody. And then the next game, Tibbs gonna play him 39 minutes, back to back, no breaks. This is what it is. It's how Tibbs do. Hey, have y'all not seen Tom Thibodeau look at an injured play and play? Y'all remember when Cat broke his hand, right? You know that game, Cat broke his thumb or whatever, however, what he did to his hand against Detroit.
He was walking around with it. He was walking around with it. How long?
Right. Do you know how many
Freezy, if you believe that, then that means you believe he's going to play him with Cat.
Maybe that may be. What I'm saying first, the game Cat broke his hand. That man played 43 minutes. That man broke his hand in the second quarter on a dunk attempt or a fast break attempt.
And didn't stop rubbing it the whole game either, making it obvious.
That man finished the game with 43 minutes. And y'all think Tibbs gonna take it easy on Mitch, who hadn't played? Man, no. So let me say it like this then. The other night against the Raptors, we saw Ariel Hukporty and Karl-Anthony Towns play together, right? And in spurts, it looked like I was so excited to see Ariel Hukporty, and his defense was crazy. But y'all do remember that 23-point lead shrunk to a 3-point lead. Y'all do remember that, right? Y'all remember that big lead shrunk all the way down and wound up being a close game. Y'all do remember that, right?
Down to 1 at one point, all because of slow,
correct,
and cocky, self-indulging, playing ISO when they should have been driving it offensively, defense falling asleep constantly.
Right. Yeah. So and there's no knock on Ariel Hukporty because he deserved that run. And you had to see him play in order to feel comfortable about a Jericho Sims trade. Right? You had to at least see him out there. Because you couldn't just go into after the trade deadline sight unseen without Ariel. Because what if Ariel Hukporty would have been a disaster and you traded away Sims? Right. And then one of your bigs get hurt. All of them, all three of our bigs have been hurt this year. Cat, Precious, and Mitch have been hurt this year. So it's not a stretch to think that you don't want it to happen, but maybe one of those guys might get hurt. You got to have depth. Mm-hmm. So the cat Mitchell Robinson thing, I would say I'll revise my statement, and I appreciate Ivory 10 for saying that for the correction. So if he does play all those minutes, then we may see Cat and Mitch together. Ivory 10, I ain't gonna front. I just don't know how that's gonna look, bro. I know, because now you got Cat guarding dudes on the perimeter and Mitchell Robinson at the rim, or you got Mitchell Robinson guarding dudes on the perimeter and Cat rim protection.
And look decent in Minnesota.
Yeah, man. Offensively, how can Cat drive to the rim, take a center off the dribble, and Mitchell Robinson's in a dunker spot? Mitchell Robinson's man legit only has to take one shuffle step in order to contest Cat at the rim, and Cat don't get calls now.
And Cat only knows one speed. It's straight ahead. Fast you can go. No Euro step. None of that. Just go straight. Go.
Because he 260. You know what I'm saying? It's like asking a dump truck to turn a corner. You know what I'm saying? It's what it is. It's physics. You know, and then not only that, the dudes that used to guard Cat, like the Valanciunas, they're gonna be guarding Mitch. Now Cat is gonna be guarded on the perimeter by Jason Tatum. Can he take Jason Tatum off the dribble now? Can he take Kevin Durant off the dribble now? Can he take Patrick Williams off the dribble now? Or do you put him in the post? So if you put Cat in the post on Patrick Williams, what do you do with Mitch? Move him out to the 3-point line? So it's a very, very, very interesting thing to consider. We don't know what's going to work. What I clearly said it was questions, right? Like I have questions about it. And I appreciate Ivory 10 saying that because that kind of recalibrated how I think about that because Mitch is going to play. You don't save that $14 million at the trade deadline if you're not going to play this dude. Right? These dudes, the Knicks front office is too smart for that. Fritz, is that what you're thinking? Or are you still thinking?
No, yeah.
Are you think Mitch is going to get paid $1 million a minute?
No, that's what I said. Like they've been like observing him a lot. Like they've been ramping up. I think if he had any kind of setback, they would have pushed him right out the door.
Okay.
So I guess they feel confident that he's going to be there when they need him. So
well, the trade deadline is over, so maybe the real news may be coming out here soon about his real availability and etc. We'll see.
Yeah, and I
don't trust team news around the deadlines, around the trade deadline.
And full disclosure, bro, I expect any day now to get an OG Anunoby update.
Right.
Since the trade deadline has passed.
Right.
And I also expect any day now to get a real Mitchell Robinson update.
My question is, how far will our team's press corps go to try to cover it up?
The extra mile, bro. I think they'll go the extra mile, man. Like they normally do.
I'm sick of the cover-ups. Is that so wrong?
No.
You saw what we did with Randall.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. How long was OG day-to-day last year?
Like 3 weeks, right before the trade deadline, and then the trade deadline. Soon the trade deadline expired, they told us OG had surgery. It happened the same afternoon, bro. For real, I'm hand to the man. I was like, yo, if you knew that, why'd y'all trade for somebody?
They don't want to look desperate.
So now that we know Mitch is gonna be here, what do y'all think Tibbs is gonna do with him? What do y'all think? Don't tell me minutes, bro. Like, don't tell me like, oh, he's gonna play 12 minutes. All right, come on, man. Like, what do y'all really think Tibbs is gonna do with Mitch?
Listen, here's what Mitch is gonna allow us to do. It's gonna allow us to really give Towns some rest. I mean, if that thumb is really hurt, I think dude might need a couple of games. Maybe this All-Star break is gonna help, but I really, from watching him play, I mean, he's grabbing that hand every game. So give him a couple of games to just go get rest. And, once, of course, Mitch is back into shape, not immediately. And having Mitch would allow you to do that because we know we can win games with Mitch in the middle. So, that's what he would allow us to do. Give us time to rest and sit Towns a little bit more.
What do you think, Fritz?
No, I think he's gonna help a lot. I think because right now, going in the middle, there is zero intimidation factor. Like in that lane, right. There's sometimes like Towns is in there. He should just step to the side, and he just tries to just put on a good show that he's challenging the shot. I think with Mitch behind him, Cat's gonna look a lot better.
What do you mean behind him?
Huh?
What do you mean behind him?
No, doesn't I don't know if Mitch is lighter.
No, I'm saying. What do you mean? What do you mean behind him? You mean coming off the bench or in the same lineup?
In the same lineup.
Okay. On the
I
floor at
think
the same time.
on the floor at the same time.
Right.
A more active Mitch that's not so planted to the ground. I think it'll be good for Cat.
In my mind, bro, Lee, in my mind, I ain't gonna front. I think this is gonna be a disaster.
Uh,
And just hear me out on why I think
I'm
it's
gonna pause on this.
yeah, see, I think it's gonna be a disaster, not because Cat is a bad player or because Mitchell Robinson is a bad player, right? If Cat can barely move around defensively at the rim in limited space, imagine what his defense is going to look like in open space. If Cat can't stay out of foul trouble at the rim in limited space, imagine when he has to guard dudes that can sauce him up. Imagine Cat guarding Paolo Banchero. Imagine him guarding Jason Tatum.
Imagine trying to guard someone like, say, Kristaps Porzingis.
Imagine him guarding Pascal Siakam. Cat guarding Pascal Siakam. That's what y'all want, right? Y'all want Cat guarding Jason Tatum and Pascal Siakam. Playoff teams. Y'all want Cat guarding DeAndre Hunter and Evan Mobley out on the perimeter. That's what we want, right? You know, Kyle Kuzma, because Mitch is gonna be guarding Giannis. We want Cat to be guarding Kyle Kuzma 25 feet away from the rim. That's what we want, right?
That's what he has to do anyway. That's what
I mean.
I'm gonna say this.
All of us see something that's different this year, right? And what we see that's different is our defense in the paint. That's what we see that's different. If you look at what we've done over the last 5, maybe even more years, ever since Mitch has been there, I think we've been a top 5, top 7 team, sometimes even number 1 when it comes to opponents' points in the paint. And now without him there, we see this, we just see a different product. It's not to say that the defense is bad. It's not bad. It's just different, right? It's just a different defense. And I think when we have this coach, when you have a player like that can be so substantially impactful when it comes to points in the paint, then it's exciting. I think you look at the benefits on that side of the ball, and you don't necessarily look at the time with Towns, because I don't think that's going to be a substantial amount of time. Maybe are they going to play 8 minutes together? I mean, I think that would even be a lot. I don't know if that's even going to happen.
Go ahead, Lee.
I'm gonna say this. Cat's a great passer. So I'm gonna say one thing. I'm gonna say a few things. One, he's a great passer, so I can see Mitch getting a few lobs and catching him and finishing. I'm gonna say this. Also, too, I can see I think this is more about Mitch. When Mitch comes back, this is more about the second team and tightening up that defense on the second team, because of the fact that we really didn't have that backup or rim protection on that end as well. And also, too, I can see, because they shoot a lot of threes on the second team, I can see a lot of offensive rebounds and second shots for that second team. And with that said, I'm not really pressing about or worried about him playing with Cat. You know what I'm saying? Because they might use that opportunity to do that. But I don't know what's in Tibbs' mind. I just pray that he uses this young man for the betterment in the most positive ways he can. Like I said to you, like I've been saying, this is all. Mitch is more of a situational player, and also to help Cat out when he, if he gets into certain situations like foul trouble or anything like that. And that's how I see it. And I pray that it works itself out regardless of whatever how he works with him. To be honest with you, I look at this more as a positive than a negative. And all this young man can do is just help us, make us better. If not, we already know what's going to happen at the end of the season. Because I was talking with Wise and what I said to him. Matter of fact, more to King Ribby is that this is, believe it or not, even though our goal is to get to the championship, this is truly an evaluation year of what we have left. You know what I'm saying? And what we need to do to move further. God forbid we don't get to where we want to be this year.
I also feel like Cat plays better with another big out there with him. Not necessarily another center, but I think he plays better with, and this could just be me and what I see, but I feel like he plays better with with a Precious than he does does with an OG.
I agree with that.
If Cat had a Jaren Jackson Jr. with him,
yeah, oh my God, he's perfect, perfect.
Right. If Cat had a Jaren Jackson Jr. with him, see the thing that we forget about Mitchell Robinson, and I'm not slighting Mitch, right? I'm just being fair. I'm being fair. Every time you saw Mitchell Robinson play NBA basketball, he had a center on the team that was just as good as him or better, and he legit always had a power forward, right? Now that Cat is here at center, Cat doesn't have a center on the team just as good as him or better. And Cat doesn't have a big jumbo wing that can disguise as a power forward. Corey Lee and I watch the games on playback TV all the time. And we see teams get Cat in the pick and roll. And we look at the two dudes on the box, and it's always Josh Hart and Jalen Brunson on each box.
Right.
And for those that say that I'm making this up, bro, you're not watching Knicks games, because our primary defenders are OG and Mikal Bridges, and they're out there guarding the team's best two offensive players.
Yep.
And Josh Hart and Jalen Brunson are basically scrambling the baseline to prevent people from getting a driving start at the rim, and that's the reason why you see Josh Hart get a lot of rebounds and Jalen Brunson take a lot of charges, because they're close to the rim. You don't see Jalen Brunson taking that many charges out there on the perimeter. Like, Fritz, how many times have you seen Jalen? When was the last time you saw Jalen Brunson take a charge out on the perimeter above the 3-point line?
No, it's usually
it's at the rim, right?
Yeah.
The reason why it's at the rim is because he's got the baseline responsibility, right? Because we got OG and Mikal Bridges out there. One guards the point of attack, and the other guards the other team's best scorer, if they're two different entities. Now, if it's a Ja Morant, then of course Mikal Bridges and OG will roam and place in the field, kind of, right? But the thing about Cat is, we talk about the rim protection. Do we not forget that Jalen Brunson and Josh Hart roam the baseline for us? Mm-hmm. They cut off driving lanes, right? Josh Hart rebounds in that area, right? If Josh Hart was in the perimeter out there with Mikal Bridges, guess what? He wouldn't be averaging 9 rebounds a game. These are the things that we have to think about when we talk about basketball. Like, to just say, when Mitch come back, man, we're going to do. Nah, bro. That's imaginary. That's imaginary stuff. Right now, here's the thing. Here's what this is for my people like Kerry Cox that can't follow what I'm saying. Right, Kerry Cox can't follow what I'm saying, man. Kerry Cox is saying that that's what OG Anunoby for, right? So Kerry Cox, if OG Anunoby guards Jason Tatum, that means Karl Anthony Towns guards Jaylen Brown, right? Oh, wait a minute. So if Mikal Bridges guards Jaylen Brown, that means Karl Anthony Towns guards Drew Holiday. Nah, we can't. It can't be that. What I would say, right, to all the Mitch truthers out there, the statement that I thought y'all were going to make, the thing that sounds smart in my mind, and I'm not saying I'm smarter than everybody, I'm just saying the thing that makes me click, right, is anytime we need those defensive moments, Tibbs is going to pull Cat off the floor, and Mitchell Robinson is going to have that duty. That's his job.
And that's why I was saying it's situational.
Let me finish my point. You didn't know, Lee. Lee. You did not.
I said this days ago, but go ahead, finish your statement, bro. I'm sorry.
Yeah, go ahead. You got it, bro. Go ahead.
No, man, because you was cooking and I interrupted. So you finished. No. The fact that I said this prior to all what you're saying, and I agree with what you're saying, is the fact that he's going to be in tough situations. For an example, when we need a stop for at the end of the game, you think Cat's going to be on the floor? You think Jalen Brunson's going to be on the floor? No, it's going to be Deuce, and it's going to be and Mitch, and probably out there with the two best defenders, you know, and we're gonna try to get a stop like that. That's all I'm trying to say. And I apologize to interrupt you, but I did say that. And I promise you, go back and look. I said that plenty of times.
And listen, Boston
He
plays.
said the butcher is coming, bro.
And Boston plays Al.
Yo, but he is coming.
Corey Lee said is coming.
Anybody? And I did say that before too. But also too, I said I know what I said, bro. And I ain't shooting no gas because first of all of you all I consider friends, and I don't gain nothing by lying to you, or even just trying to switch it up and jump on somebody else's take. But I promise you, bro. And if y'all want to go back and look, I promise you, I said he's gonna be situational as well as helping Cat off the bench. I never really said anything about him and Cat being on the floor at the same time. I never said that. Him and Cat playing together. But if they do, that's what's great. You understand? So with that said, hey, bro, I'm not gonna stress about what this man's gonna do. I just look at it like I said to you prior to, and the last thing I said to y'all is that I look at this more as a positive than a negative. And I'm not saying you all are. I'm not putting it out there, but I'm not going to assume how Tibbs is going to use him as far as with Cat, without Cat. You know what I'm saying? The only thing I said without Cat, I said he's going to help our second team better because he adds more size. He's going to add more offensive rebounding. He's going to help these shooters that we have out there, whomever's out there, whether it be a Deuce and Cameron Payne, who like to put it up out there. You know what I'm saying? And whomever else they put out there. But I'm looking at these three. I see these three players playing together a lot.
Listen, and when I see Boston playing Luke Cornett and playing Horford and Kristaps Porzingis and having no problem playing two of those guys at any given time together, I got to think that we can do it every now and then too. And I don't think we're going to do a lot of it, but I don't think it's a big deal to sprinkle a little bit of it in there.
See what I mean? See what I'm talking? See what I mean, bro? Is Mitchell Robinson Kristaps Porzingis?
No, Cat is.
Okay, well, is Mitchell Robinson Al Horford?
Yes.
No. Come on, don't do that.
Al Horford isn't exactly a floor stretcher. Come on, he makes a shot out there every now and then, but no one really cares.
That man took a shot of liquor.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
That man don't shoot no basketball, bro. But the point that I was making though about Cat and Mitchell Robinson, man, is in those times where we need defense, you can see Tibbs sitting Cat, right, and sitting Brunson. And then those times in normal and regular viewing times is Cat and Brunson, bro. These dudes didn't make the all-star team as starters in order for like some dude to come in and take a healthy bite out of their minutes. Cat's a Hall of Famer, #1 overall pick for a reason, right? Just a dude coming back as he might be situated. Like I would prefer Tibbs to have him be situational. And for instance. My closing center is Precious Achiuwa. That's my closing center. And I'm not talking about 3 minutes left to go in the game. I'm talking about 9 seconds left to go in the game, and they have to put up a shot, and you got to switch everything. You don't want a clumsy 7-footer out there. You want Precious out there. But late in the game, you already got like a 12-point lead, right? You got a 12-point lead. You need to get some stops and get the ball back. I'm going with Mitchell Robinson. Right, play hard defense, get the rebound, get it to Brunson, right? And I can legit see Mitch pinching into everyone's minutes, not just Cat's minutes. I can see Mitch pinching into a lot of people's minutes, right? Like I could see Mitchell Robinson eating at the buffet when it comes to minutes, right? Because a lot of lineups you have to think about, well, who are my best two defenders, right? You have to have a point of attack defender and a rim protector. And then you fill that in with a wing defender. So if Mikal Bridges is on the floor as your point of attack and Mitch is there as your rim protector, OG Anunoby automatically is our defensive wing. Now, who are the other two folks that will be out there on the floor? We know Deuce is going to be one of them because you need a ball handler out there with him, right? And then who is the other person? Is the other person going to be Precious, or is it another guy to go with them, right? Because if you go all defense, you don't want to put Brunson out there, right? It's just one of those things. That's why I think Mitch is going to have his impact. Mitch's impact is going to be what is spoon-fed to him, right? What he eats off of, right? Those moments when we need defense, we need rebounds. You know what I'm saying? Like in those times where we're down, like Fritz, we're in a two-possession game and we need offensive rebounding. I can see them legit going Mitch and Cat in those moments because Jalen Brunson, as an ISO scorer, don't need to space the floor. He can get his shot from anywhere on the floor anytime he wants to. You saw the other night when he hit that dagger 3 against Toronto to put them away. I mean, against Houston, I'm sorry. To put them away. He hit that 3 and you saw all the life leave Houston body. Right? But that's what I think Mitch is going to do. Like, I don't want to come across as salty about Mitch because I'm not. But I'm saying, when it comes to like the basketball stuff of it, we can't just throw Mitchell Robinson out there with any lineup, man. Like, and Ivory 10, you notice I'm all over the place with this, bro?
Well, a little bit. I mean, I think you're coming around now to understanding the impact that my man Mitch is going to
come on, don't do me like that. Don't do me like that, bro.
No, he knows the impact. He's just his memory's kicking in. That's what it is.
I think right now we just can't see it. Right?
But no, because of the hoopla of what people were projecting prior to him coming back, and you know what I'm saying, and all that stuff like that. Right. I'm saying this, man. I'm grateful that, like I said, I'm gonna keep repeating myself. I'm grateful he's back, and I trust Tibbs to use this young man the way that he needs to be used for the betterment of the team.
What is that though?
To get like you just spilled it out, and I concurred it. Situational basketball, resting Cat. You know what I'm saying? Moments. God forbid if Cat needs like a couple of days off. I can see him being effective or being used to help us try to get to our goal. That's all I'm saying. And our goal is to win the championship or get us as far as we can get to. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, honestly, I pray that he stays healthy, and I pray this wasn't, you know, that you know what I'm saying, all this bellyaching and arguing that I have been through trying to support this young man doesn't go in vain by him getting hurt. And I honestly believe like might be his time to really show Knicks fans like his value outside of what I already knew and what we knew prior to this.
Fritz, what I would do, as soon as I know Mitch is healthy, I'm sitting Cat down and having him get surgery. I'm like, hey, big Cat, I'll see you in April. That's what I would do.
And Freezy, you know what? That might be a great idea. That might be a great freaking idea.
Nobody cut you off like Corey. You're not a human unless Corey Lee cut you off, bro.
Too bad
there's no disrespect. It's because I love y'all, but you know,
Corey Lee will be quiet until you start talking. As soon as you get like 8 words out, Corey Lee gonna cut you off. Fritz, my bad, bro. I know you didn't know that already. Go ahead, Metz.
Even with what you said, Freezy, is the Tin Man going to do that as soon as Mitch gets back and bench the Cat? No. He wants to win now at any and all costs. He's going to keep Cat in there until that thumb falls completely off the hand.
Right. And so my thing is this, bro. You know who Cat is. You know who Brunson is. You've seen their chemistry. They both made the All-Star team as starters. They played 50 games together. If Cat misses 25 games, right? If Cat misses 25 games and comes back 2 weeks before the end of the season, right? Now you have two starting level centers who have played and are in that rhythm. Cat comes back, you know what I'm saying? There's no Cat coming off the bench. You know that's not gonna happen, right? Cat's a starter, right? Cat comes back, gets his job. Mitch plays his way back into shape. Precious gets a lot of run with Cat out, right? And you potentially, and this is where things get dicey, everybody, you potentially carve out minutes for Ariel Hukporty, right? Not as a starter, not as a backup, solely situational, the third big man.
Again, I don't really see the Tin Man going down that road.
What do you think, though? What do you think? What's your thought on it? I don't care about Tibbs.
You're saying the third big man if Cat is out resting, you say?
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to get Met's opinion. I don't care about Tibbs' opinion. Tibbs don't listen to us.
I'm saying that I'm not sure if it's going to come to that. I'm saying that I don't think it's going to come to that. Even if it does, it's going to be so seldom we see it.
But that's not what I asked you. I asked you if you like the idea.
I think it has merit, but I don't think it's going to come to pass. Is what I'm trying to say.
Okay. So you can't see it. Okay. All right.
I don't remember. Does he have it wrapped?
He had it wrapped, but the wrap is off. Remember, he had that weird Dante wrap on his thumb for a minute, and then he started.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe they're just hoping he heals on his own, but if he keeps getting it hit on, he ain't gonna heal.
Yeah, they said it's a bone chip. They said it's a bone chip. It's not gonna heal. He have to get surgery after the season.
Yeah. That'll be a lot of trust. That's a lot of trust. That's a lot of trust in Mitch. And if Mitch can't hack it, man, you're in world trouble.
Okay, so if Mitch can't that's another conversation. Fritz, you can't say if and I know you can't say, I'm just saying respect hypothetically.
Mm-hmm.
You can't say that up here with Corey Lee and Ivory 10 up here. The only person is Wise.
He can say that all day.
Yeah, it'll be the whole triumvirate of
right to my
the Mitch clan.
Right to my face, he said
it. Yeah.
The whole Knicks Twitter is like, why did you trade at the deadline?
Yeah.
It's like, oh.
Yeah. I would say this is one of the other things that I want to say to Ivory 10, and this is not going to be disrespectful towards Mitch. This is me as a basketball fan and as a Knicks fan, just trying to quantify a thing. If Mitchell Robinson comes back and he's only a 12-minute per game player, why don't you just bench him for the year and play Hukporty?
Well, what makes you think Hukporty? What this is what drives me crazy about Knick fandom.
I'm not taking a shot. I'm not taking a shot at you.
This is not about me. It's not about Mitch. I'm talking about just about Hukporty. We saw a dude for about 30 seconds. He had one good game, and he had some great moments versus a very versatile offender, and I like what he did. But to think that he's going to be able to go in there in some big moments, potentially playoff moments, play with the starters and be able to rotate, know where to be, what to do, is just not. I would much rather. We're talking about big contenders this year. If we were a few years ago and we were just rebuilding, yeah, sure, whatever. Trade Mitch, whatever. But if we're trying to win right now, let's take the better player. Let's keep the better player and let's get him ready to win.
My man.
Dang, bro. Yeah.
We saw Hukporty pick up, 3 or 4 fouls in about 4 minutes. And of course that was the game before he did really well, but we saw him do really well one game. So we may not see Huck Porty again the rest of the year. I don't think people are ready for that. But this is Tibbs we're talking about. Just doing good one game doesn't mean you play again the next game. Just ask Precious, who played how many minutes, last year in January, and then they forgot all about him as soon as
in February he played 39.9 minutes a game.
Right. I mean, and then as soon as Mitch got healthy, he was right back on the bench. You didn't see him at all.
That's what situational players are for, right?
Right. So that means Huck Porty, you won't see him. You're probably not going to see him again. I mean, even though he got the nod from the owner in the locker room, I mean, I just don't know if you're going to see him again.
Nope. Yep. That's what I said the other day. I said they just wanted to see his progress. Let's throw. What have you learned? What have you learned? Okay, he's at this level. Okay, throw him back on the shelf.
Yeah. No.
And I believe that the reason why they did that is also to have him on the bench right now. Like I said earlier, this is an evaluation. Some way we're trying to win the championship. But to the front office, this is an evaluation year, and then they got to see what they have to do moving forward. That's all.
When Mitch is healthy, we got a solid 9. We got 3 bigs, 3 wings, and 3 good guards or 3 guards. I mean that's our 9. We're ready to rock and roll.
Fritz, can I troll?
And that does not include Huck Porty.
Can I troll the Mitch fans?
Sure.
In love. I want to troll them in love.
Take off, bro.
Right, Fritz, you mind?
Oh man.
I think Ariel Huck Porty playing those minutes was a sign to Mitchell Robinson that he better get his fat ass in shape and get back on the floor. You ain't eating donuts, driving truck. You better get your mind back on the floor.
I'll tell you who that was a major sign to. It was a sign to say, hey, Shamet, you might as well start packing your bags now. Because we would rather put a center out there to guard a wing than put you out there to try and guard another big wing and make us look ridiculous
against LeBron, bro. He looked bad.
He looked so bad against LeBron. They're like, no, we're not even going to try and put you out there versus Scotty. Forget about it. We're just going to go with someone who's big and pressure. And listen, Huck did a good job. I mean, no one expected it. He did a great job out there. But yeah, that was a message to Shamet to say, pack your bags.
And the 3 shots Scotty Barnes hit over Huck Porty, the 3 shots he did hit, bro. You were like, damn, Huck Porty smothered him.
Yeah, he almost hit the shot clock with a couple of those shots.
Bro, the one that was high, the one high off the glass, you were like, Scotty Barnes just threw up a prayer and he lucky that went in. Right? The fadeaway, he turned away from Huck Porty and Huck Porty was in his shirt and he still made it. You like either that's a lot of skill or that's a lot of luck, but you gotta lean towards skill. Because he's, a franchise type player. You got to kind of err on the side of that takes a lot of skill.
It was just good offense. Good offense will beat good defense. But it was damn good D.
Right.
Great shot.
Right. And who amongst us thought Ariel Huck Porty would be a great perimeter defender at this point of the season? Nobody. I thought he was a dunk monster. That's all I thought he was going to be able to do the first year. And then slowly become more of a Mark Williams type player where you start out 3 feet away from the rim, then 5 feet, then 7 feet, then 12 feet, then 18 feet. That's what I thought he was going to do. But the fact that he's playing this type of defense on Scotty Barnes, Jason,
he's got those young Mitchell Robinson feet. Mitch was guarding the perimeter when he was, really, really young like that,
Thank you.
When they still have that youth, they can guard the perimeter like that, the bigs. But as they get older, they try and focus on strength and blah, blah, blah. They lose it. But
when he started,
he looked good out there versus Scotty. I mean, Scotty Barnes isn't much of a threat to shoot the ball, but he guarded Scott. Listen, I was very impressed. Very, very impressed.
His handles are very tight for somebody.
Scotty Barnes couldn't get a break all night. Don't tell me he's not having nightmares about the Knicks these days because he couldn't get any room to breathe, whether it was Precious or Huck Porty last night. That was
just
beautiful.
Real quick. I want to ask y'all a question real quick, man. Is Ariel Huck Porty gonna be a modern day big or a classic center?
Classic.
Martin Big.
I don't know what he's gonna be. It's up to him to try to develop his game and get the most out of it. Because when I saw him over there, and I think it was Australia or New Zealand, wherever he's playing that last, he had a pretty solid game. Post game, all that stuff like that. Now he has to work on stretching the floor, getting a little jump shot, trying to do the other things that unfortunately Mitch didn't have, and he has to start focusing on these things that ought to be in order
So,
to be
so which one is it?
a great player.
So which one is it then?
Classic. He has not shown anything modern whatsoever about his game. He's a pounder. He's a beast in the paint. That's where
No,
he's.
he got a little bit of handles. Like,
But he's not really a perimeter. Like, he's not going to stretch the floor like a modern big would. He's more like classic when it comes to his offensive game and his defensive game, I guess.
I think eventually, I think he's gonna be. I think eventually he'll be a modern big.
Fritz, let me ask you a question. Can you tell me how old this young man is?
22.
Yeah, he has plenty of time. He's 22. He has plenty of time to try to get the most out of his game. It's a short period of time, but he still has some time to try to get the most out of his game and work on it.
Right.
I'm gonna leave it at that.
Right now, I think his handles are better than Precious. Jericho
Precious? Better than Precious?
Yeah.
Yes,
Precious is bringing it up the court and dunking on fools.
Precious has a confident handle. It doesn't mean it's great though.
No, it's not. It's not great, but I think it's better than Porty.
Okay, I can see that.
I mean, y'all getting a little carried away in here.
I think Hug Porty has ridiculous handles.
I never said that.
I think he has really good handles. I think he has a good ability, but I don't think it's consistent.
Yeah, I think the confidence is not there to dribble in traffic, and those are two. Well, like for instance, Cat dribbles excellent in traffic around bigs, but it looks bad around guards. Right? Like if it's Cat, if you get Valanciunas on Cat and the ice, like for instance, if you can imagine Cat and Valanciunas playing 1-on-1 to 10, I think you would see all the sauce come out of Karl Anthony Towns dribble package, right? But I don't like Cat dribbling him. You remember? Was it last night? Was it the other night? What night was it? It was Tuesday night. What night did we play Toronto? That was Monday. What night? Tuesday?
No,
The back
Okay.
Okay. And that game, you remember when they pressed Brunson in the backcourt and he was going to pass it to Precious and he's like, oh, and he stopped and he just ball up the floor.
Yeah, I remember it.
Yeah, Huck Porty, I think I don't know. The reason why I ask is because I think it's polarizing a little bit. I think Huck Porty, if he had, for instance, y'all ever saw an NBA player that was run of the mill and then they get like a random boost of confidence from somewhere, and all of a sudden they become something? Oh, yeah. I Emmanuel
Giannis also Giannis rookie year, you would never look at his rookie year and think he would be this.
No. You would never. You talking about his rookie year when Jabari Parker was recovering from the torn ACL, him and Chris Middleton?
Yeah.
When we didn't know what they were going to be, when we thought Jabari Parker was the future.
Yeah.
And we didn't know what Giannis was going to be.
Yeah.
And Chris Middleton had just got there off Detroit's bench.
Yeah.
Anybody remember that when Spencer Dinwiddie and Chris Middleton?
Hell yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, Blake Griffin was running point power forward. I think Huck Porty is one of those moments away from being a key rotational player.
You know what he reminds me of? Okay. His handle reminds me of maybe a Siakam without confidence.
No,
Siakam got crazy handles.
He's got a post,
but he has that ability. I think he has that ability. I think his arms are like freakishly long, and yeah, I think he has really good hands.
He got soft hands, bro.
Yeah. No, but I say he has really long arms.
Yeah.
He's got a handle for post moves. I don't see a handle for really much else.
Okay, I respect that.
You know, when I see him working the ball on the post, yeah, that's creative. That's good.
You don't like him dribbling towards the dribble handoff?
Well, that I mean, I don't see him saucing people up like Mitch can on the perimeter. You know,
I mean, Mitch. Yeah, Mitch is.
You see, this is where I get in trouble, and then I gotta stay down and try to defend us because you know what I'm saying.
I gotta
when you say stuff like that.
I gotta get my shots in now while I can.
Bro, but when Mitch come back around St. Patrick's Day, we gonna see it, bro.
You understand what I'm saying now?
You skipped over Valentine's Day, huh? You just skipped right over that one, huh?
Bro, when I told Corey Lee when Mitch come back around the King holiday, they got mad at me, right? Remember that, Lee? Remember that?
I'm not sure. I'm not gonna necessarily. I got mad, but I was like, and to some degree, I was disappointed because I felt like the front office was jerking us around. Right. But like I said to you prior to that, I think it was the front office that kind of delayed this whole Mitch thing to some degree, and maybe I'm wrong. Well, I want to be wrong, but if I was right, man, that's cold blooded.
So if this is our squad, do we have enough? I mean, if this is it, if this is the squad, besides some other like whatever knucklehead that we might pick up off the bargain heap, is this it? Is this the 2024-25 champions right here?
Yeah.
I figure like this. That's a strong possibility.
Not reply.
I'm saying like this. It's a strong possibility we can do this. I believe we can. I got the confidence in what we have right now to say that we can strike while the iron's hot. Now, is it going to work out that way? I don't know. Time will do tell. I pray it works out that way because I'm tired of. Listen, this is a very big year, not just for our team, the players. This is a very big year for our coach. And
he's good.
It doesn't matter how good he is. That's what we think. We don't know what the front office thinks. That's my point.
I'm saying he got an extension though, right?
Yeah, he got an extension.
Yeah, he'll still get fired. That second round exit ain't gonna help him.
No,
that's my point. Like if we lose in the second round, and and we have a bad showing in that second round, like we look like we're unprepared or we're not ready, man, Lord have mercy. And I'm not wishing that on our coach. I love him, and I honestly believe that man, because he works so hard, and he gets us in such. He puts so much work into his preparation, and as well as try to get his players prepared. I doubt it. I truly doubt it with all my heart. But anything's possible. Like I said, this is the year we do what we got to do, or here we go again, back to the drawing board.
Yeah, but as the third seed, if we make it to the second round as a third seed, if we are where we are, we're going to be playing one of the top two seeds, correct?
No,
in the second round, or is that not
you're assuming that we don't get a bad 3-6 matchup, right? That's what you're assuming, that right?
I'm assuming that if we do get a 3-6 match, I'm assuming that if we beat the 3-6 matchup in the first round, in the second round, would we automatically get one of the two teams above us?
Yeah, you get number 2.
Yeah, because there'll only be 4 teams left.
Right. So if we lose that second round,
everybody got to go, bro.
If even in the game 7 versus like a Boston in that second round,
did you not just see that scenario play out this past May? We lose in the second round in the game 7 to a rival. You just saw that, right? How'd you like that feeling?
And on top of that,
go ahead, Lee.
And on top of that, you know what I'm saying? He took a team that was put together with tape, band-aids, and all kind of gunshot wounds that far, and now we got a much more talented team. That's the issue. And I'm not saying we got a bad coach, and I doubt that's going to happen. But you know, we got to make sure that we come in, we have our players in the best situation, we put up in the best shape and the best situation.
It's the same reason everybody got to
IQJ
go.
is in the building. Oh my God, IQJ, man, I ain't seen you in I ain't seen you in dog years. IQJ in the building. Salute. Yo, don't nobody cut you off like Corey Lee cut you off, bro. I ain't gonna front, bro. If you have road rage, bro, you may not be on the road with Corey Lee.
I was just about to say that, bro. I was about to say, yo, you should see him on the road.
See how he cut you off. Met's been quiet the whole time because he don't want Corey Lee to cut him off, bro. Met, you can talk if you want to, bro. You can say something. What you got, Mets?
I don't really have much else left to say other than I'm hoping that we can play this out, play our cards right to it. Right, because we've got basically one heck of a matchup coming up this Saturday against Boston. I don't know when we get Cleveland again, but with DeAndre Hunter replacing Jared Allen in the middle, it's going to be tough against them.
Yeah. All right, fellas. That's all I got, man. I got a early day tomorrow, man. Y'all know what it is. It's tax time, bro. So y'all know it's basically 9 to 9 every day. Y'all know what it is. I'm sorry for not being able to do the.
Really, let me get 5 minutes after the fact.
Now I gotta get.
I mean, you ain't got to do it. I just want to ask you a question. You can't do that. That's cool.
Yeah. Hey, so just want to go around the thing just real quick for everybody. Just real quick, if y'all got something that y'all want to throw in, man. I know y'all excited about the trade deadline, what did or didn't happen. So y'all got anything y'all want to say to the chat before we go?
Open for
Peace to the chat. Stay strong. Stay strong. Don't let politics get you down. Stay strong. Fight the power.
Yeah. Crypto.
And buy as much Bitcoin as you can.
Yeah, man. Fitz, you got something, bro?
No, it was a long day. I think a lot of teams showed where they were. The two teams above us are going for it. I think the Knicks are kind of in the middle. There's some teams that actually their profile's down, like the Magic. I think the Magic is kind of out right now. So
Okay.
I'm happy where the Knicks are. We're third. I'm comfortable with that.
Okay. All right, Mets. That's it. That's all you got, Mets?
At this point, yeet. I'm out. I got nothing left to say.
All right. Lee, you got something before we go, bro?
That's my brother. Hey, you see me in the fast lane swerving and stuff like that. But it's no harm intended. But I'm going to say this. I'm grateful for our team. Let's support them. This is what we got now. This is what we got at the end of the, you know what I'm saying? This is what we're going to go to war with to finish the season out. And do your best to support them. You know, I know your expectations are high, but just try to keep yourself even keeled. And let's look at this from a even perspective. And I'm grateful. And thank you, Freezy, for allowing me to be here.
Whatever, bro. Whatever, boss. Everybody, thank you for coming out, rocking with us. Appreciate y'all, man. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button. I'm out of here. We are out of here. Peace, y'all.